What's cracking, everybody? So I'm gonna make a quick video. I had a pretty bad experience recently with my cell phone carrier. Everybody has these, but this was a pretty this is the one that takes the cake. This is the one where you basically, you know, you try to find the nearest call center and then you start smacking people upside the head. Um, well, I'm in the process of setting up some new internet. And so I thought, because I'd used this in my career, um, many years with a couple of companies, I've used the air cards of the USB internet devices. Very convenient, good speed. You get a internet signal anywhere you get a cell phone signal. So if you're in if you're in an area that has great coverage, then you're in good shape. And it's pretty fast internet. So I'm a Sprint personally. I've had Sprint 10 years. Everybody has their own preference. I'm not going to down anybody, or I got plenty to say about Sprint. I'm not a fucking Sprint poster boy, but I've carried them through 4 different states. So they've done pretty well for me, or else I wouldn't have. So I was in the process, instead of getting, I could have gotten a cheaper bundle or internet through a local cable company, but I chose, because of my work, again, and because of how much I use it, I thought I'll get a USB device, wireless USB, because I really enjoy them, and they're convenient as hell. So I chose to get that, and it was a kick-ass little metal disc on top of a little USB thing and it folded up like this. You could fold it down, you could swivel it, and all this, I guess, for maximum signal. But it had a little light on it that said 3G and a little light that said 4G. Well, those of you who are familiar, you've seen the commercials, 3G, 4G. 4G is so much faster, but 3G is adequate, right? And I told the guy, look, I use it for work, I use it for this, I'm on the internet all the time, at night, sometimes through the night. More than most people realize. And, I'm using it all the time, and I need it. Okay, $59.99 a month. We're not in a 4G area now, but a couple months from now, we'll probably have 4G in our area. If you go down to Kansas City, closer, about 25, 30 miles outside of a 4G area, okay? So I said, no big deal, I don't care. Signed up, they set you up just like a cell phone contract. It's a 2-year deal. If you cancel it early, you get a termination fee. Same shit for those of you that have contracts with your carriers. Well, in the first month you can cancel, unbeknownst to me, of course, because that wasn't told to me in the beginning, but I found out. The first month, within the first 30 days, if it doesn't go through a 30-day cycle, you can cancel with no termination fee. Right. Return the equipment, everything's good. Just a tip. Write it down. So I get this thing, and it's mainly for convenience. I start using it, I'm using it. Week and a half goes by. I get a text message. That comes to the phone number. There's a phone number designated for my USB. Okay. It says something about overages. Okay. It says on this date at this time has used 10,123,719 kilobytes of 5,242,880 kilobytes. Sprint data. Overages 5 cents a megabyte. Usage resets on this date. That's the text message. So I go, what the fuck is this? And why do I see something that tells me about an overage? I make a call immediately to my carrier and proceeded to sit and whir and hear that I have racked up $600 in overage charges. Less than 2 weeks. Well, you do know about the cap, don't you? The what? The cap. The 5 gig cap. No, what the fuck are you talking about? There's a 5 gigabyte cap on the 3G service. Yeah, no, that wasn't told to me. So, well, sir, yeah, there's a 5 gig. You know, I understand your frustration. No, you don't understand my frustration. You can't even begin to understand. This is not even frustration. This is outrage. This is anger. This is someone who was not given all of the information at the time of purchase, and now you're telling me I got $600 in charges. Look, man, this isn't personal against you, but there's no fucking way I'm paying $600 to Sprint. That's part of the conversation. Now, the first gentleman probably wasn't too pleased to me because he caught the full force of my wrath. He proceeded to tell me that a supervisor would call me back in 2 days. Yeah, way to do your job, Dick. So I call back the next day because I know that's not really standard procedure and talk to someone else, get a hold of someone, then I get a hold of a supervisor, get a hold of another supervisor, get disconnected, get back with that supervisor, call back, go through the whole process again, get a hold of another supervisor. Finally, I said, look, they offer me, you know, $75 here, $100 there. Now, not only had I racked up $600 in charges, I had $250 in unbilled charges yet to hit my account. $850 in less than 2 weeks because there's a cap on the usage. A cap I was untold about. Yeah, I signed the contract. I initialed here, I initialed there. Nowhere did it say in the verbiage, nowhere did it say where I initialed, where I signed, or on the media, in the marketing stuff, anywhere around the store, any of the stuff adorned around the store, did it say there's a cap on the 3G? Not even in little asterisks in print because I went back and I looked. And I didn't really look through the contract stuff because I know it's buried in there somewhere, but it's not anywhere up front. And I'm not saying that the store manager deliberately deceived me. I'm just saying he fucking forgot. And that was his bad. And hence, and subsequently, Sprint's problem. Not mine. Okay? So, I proceed to get a hold of someone who, after I told my story like 4 times, I get a hold of somebody who, and I'm not one of those people that's like, I'm going to cancel the whole thing if you don't. I'm not one of those guys, but I was prepared to do that. And I told him, I said, look, you know, I'm going to cancel this whole fucking thing. I'm going to cancel my plan. I'm going to talk to anybody I know who has Sprint, tell them what happened. And if they're having any problems, I would suggest they go with another carrier. I said, I don't have a problem. I've been with you guys 10 years, carried you through 4 different states. That's loyalty. And you're gonna do this to me? I said, I'm sure you hear all kinds, but listen to me very carefully. There's no fucking way I would have bought this thing had I known there was a potential I would have racked up $850 in charges. What am I, stupid? I pay my bills on time. I've been there 10 years. And this is what I'm going to get. You'll take off the unbilled charges and give me $100 and it'll still cost me over $500. Are you shitting me? So, needless to say, I was impassioned through the entire process. But, in the end, all of the charges were reversed. Everything was taken off. I took the equipment back, was refunded my money. So, it turned out to be salvaged. It was a situation that satisfied. It was a solution to my problem. Sprint definitely tried to screw me with that. And of course they didn't try to screw me, but you know, they are responsible for the people that they have working for them, providing the necessary information. Especially, dude, I'm a talker, man. I give details, man. I'm a detailed guy. For me, I'm very meticulous about that shit. The details, it's all about the details for me. I need information, as much information as possible for my brain can process it and make an informed decision. So I told this guy very specifically what I needed it for. And I told him, I said, I'm going to make a video and put it on YouTube. I'm going to tell people to spread it everywhere. I didn't threaten to do it. I told him I was going to do it anyway. I don't think that made a difference. But anyway, so all of those charges were reversed. Moral of the story is, ask questions, even if they don't tell you the information. Are there any other charges that could hit my account from this? Something like that. Are there overages? So if anybody's thinking about getting one of those USB wireless things, they're great. They're convenient. Anywhere you got a cell phone signal, you will get internet. But the 3G network on Sprint has a cap. It's possible your carrier has something similar, some sort of cap on usage. I'm sure they've fucked a lot of people with that. So anyway, just a quick video, quick story, and everybody watch out there for that. So yeah, that's it. Happy Sunday, folks. Peace.